plug in. There we go. Oh, it says it's working now. Is it back up?
Is it just because you were unplugged?
No, it happened as I was plugged in.
Okay, well, we're back. We're back,
Oh,
we're live.
yeah.
This fucking GoPro looks awesome. The GoPro footage from our Chinese knockoff GoPro from fucking...
Oh, yeah, there we go. 60 FPS again. Alright, sick. Okay, so what I was talking, and then I realized we were offline, but I was saying one of the things I remembered right as we ended last time is that if you want to level up, you have to use your little brooch-like thing that you get from the guild and go back to the guild and level up there. So all the experience I've been grinding so far has not affected my character whatsoever.
Oh.
Granted, I haven't done a whole hell of a lot. But all these little balls, little orbs, those are the experience. So if you don't pick up these orbs, you don't get experience. And it's really stupid, and I don't like that. But, them's the breaks, my friends. That's how this game rolls.
I have no problem with that. So I'm going to try to pay more attention to the game and less attention to the stream chat than last time. Because last time I basically let myself just become chat man and paid basically no attention to the game at all.
When you became chat.
Which is kind of antithetical to the purpose of this particular show. But, you know, it was an inaugural show and, like,
it was
people
late
were excited. You know.
We had fun. You had fun, hopefully.
Well, it tends to happen, if you're someone who doesn't stream that often, then every time you do, it's like an event. And everyone wants to, like, you know, everyone wants to say everything.
Oh, did I get my balls? I guess I got some balls.
But, you know, the concept of this show is that we're trying to study this game so that we can make an analysis video about it after we
that's
beat
your thrust. I'm just playing it. Whatever I absorb naturally, I just do.
Your character is such a goofy-looking fuck, man.
And he's just like me, dude. He's a goofy guy, just going through the world. I bought a super sick beard.
The sword looks like a toy in his hands. Like
do you know that this is a katana? That is apparently...
That's called a katana?
It is a katana.
Alright.
So, I won this for getting an A+ ranking, beating the shit out of Whisper during training. So I will wield it until my dying days.
Wow, so I guess you've been playing pretty well then? What the hell are you doing at this moment?
Right now, I literally just started wandering around, because we were just talking all day, so I just kind of started wandering around the world. I did one quest, and then I just started walking around, just so we can talk to this guy. He's got a sick mustache.
He's got a pretty fucking sick mustache, indeed.
I don't know if I can get that, but if we can, I will be going back to the barber very soon. I spent an exorbitant amount of time looking for the barber. Something seems to be stuck in the hole at the top.
Shoot it with an arrow.
I can attempt to do that. Alright. So I remember how to go into first person. There we go. It's not first person, but like...
Get the fuck out of the way, motherfucker.
I believe I can kill whoever I want. This is Fable.
Oh, you did it. You Zelda'd.
No,
it literally produced a key. Oh, was that just like what you actually had to do? Like...
I guess so.
I thought that was just going to be like some random bonus thing, but it seems like you got the key that you might have needed to get through the
Well, the thing is, there's these chests around the world, and you need a certain amount of keys to open them. So you're just constantly getting silver keys. There was a chest right back there we just walked by that needed 5 keys, and we only have 3 at the moment. So
that makes me super want to play this game, because I love when... I love just random bullshit in the environment that you can collect.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love Fable. There's these really creepy doors that have stone faces on them, and they have certain requirements you have to do to open them. Mm-hmm. Like one we passed by when you were reading the chat yesterday. He said, "I need you to commit a great deed of evil in front of me, and I will open it." So you can like one of the things I've done to open doors like that when I first played this game is like I just got married, brought my wife over there, and killed her in front of the door. He's like, that was pretty evil, dude, and just opened up.
Do you even have to do that much evil? Like,
I don't really know.
You just
he said an act of great evil. So
you just went straight to 11. You didn't even try like.
I mean,
let me just think of the most evil.
At this point, I already had horns and like an aura of evil around me. So I was kind of. I don't know how I got a wife in the first place. I came here last time, but I wasn't.
Some bitches are after that, man.
You know. That's my type for sure.
Some of them thoughts. They be after that.
That's not my generation's lingo. I can't say that. Can't be inauthentic like that, dude.
Are they dropping lots of frames or stuttering for anyone else and jumping around? This guy says stream's running fine for me. Good on my end too. No stutters on my end. Sounds like it's
Sounds like your computer sucks dick, buddy.
Yeah.
JK, I love you. I remember every time someone addressed me in the chat last time, I immediately went full savage mode. Like some guy messaged me on Twitter and apologized, and then became a patron. And I was like, well, I guess insults are great. I should do this more often.
Wait, so someone
I don't think they patroned me because I insulted them.
Okay.
I think it was a coincidence. But nevertheless, I felt kind of bad about it because he was like, I'm sorry if I upset you. It was the guy who said that I seemed like cynical or whatever it was last time.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because you read that out, and we were just like, why do you think you're negative? And it was apparently there was like a stream delay, and it was a response to something we happened in the stream, and by the time the chat came up, it was totally unrelated. Yeah, but
Wait, clarify for us people in the chat. Do you or do you not hear the game audio at all?
Yeah, that's actually a good thing because we don't hear it at all.
I'm realizing that we should be able to hear it, and we are not hearing it. And I don't think they're hearing. Yeah, they don't hear any game audio. So I think the game audio just isn't playing. Like, I don't think there is game audio.
Is that really a bad thing? I mean,
people said it. We got a lot of complaints about it last time. That it was awkward as fuck. Not having game
well,
audio.
I can attempt to fix it if that is what the people demand.
Let us know if you give a shit.
God, look
about it.
I don't even want to play the game. I just want to look at this Adonis of a man.
I think I hear fans or cars outside. You're hearing the fan. You're hearing the AC. Yeah. It's quite hot here in Boston. Yeah, if we turned off the AC, I don't think we could make it very long in our fucking I Am Games shirts. I'd have to take mine off. And apparently Twitch doesn't let you do that.
Doesn't let you take your shirt off?
No.
There are some cam girls that might disagree with that conjecture. Okay, I'm going to the ancient Cullisgate. Don't know where that is. We're about to find out.
Dying Jack asks, do you guys plan on running one or two games at once or blasting through one game before moving to the next? Probably doing one game at a time, since our plan is to analyze them.
Unless this really starts dragging, because Fable can take a long time, especially considering I'm doing nothing main quest related right now and just noodling.
I mean, also for what it's worth, I Am Games is currently in the stage of goofy little side project we're doing to test the waters of. Until there is actually a main video out, like the full breadth of what we're trying to do here won't really be apparent, and so there's not that much room for growth, you know. Our
growth and our dedication to this is entirely dependent on how many t-shirts you buy and how much money you give us on Patreon.
Those are both facts, but like the t-shirts are the reason that we've decided to jump into streaming already, because the
response was very good.
We had the idea for this show, and then I kind of thought of it as like, we won't have time to do this till after I'm done doing a video every day all month and all that shit. And then, like, just because the t-shirts sold so quickly, we were like, we should probably capitalize on this and get to work right away on this series, especially because Fable is so long that it will probably take us most of the rest of the month to beat the goddamn game.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because I wouldn't have time to write a long-ass Fable video while doing a video every day all month anyways, but, you know. So I guess you could consider this the preliminary streaming era of this show before it becomes a more serious venture.
Yeah. We're just kind of herpa-derping right now. It's fine.
Yeah, it might have been too much shop talk right there, but whatever.
No, we're all about
these little gremlin boys. They got big axes and big hearts.
They hit pretty hard too. I just happened to hit hard as well.
Seeing the red like aura surrounding them reminds me a lot of the game Overlord. You ever play Overlord?
No, but I just got a beer keg apparently.
Hell yeah! Oh man,
time for an Irish drinking song. I just saved somebody, I think. Here's a chest that doesn't need any keys. And we got a resurrection file, which is good.
I'm guessing that brings you back to today.
Indeed.
I'm sensing like with the like iconography in this game, it seems like it's sort of just like a mixed bag of mythologies and just stuff that looks cool. I'm not sure if there's like a unifying like aesthetic.
No, it's just kind of like that old-timey kind of like European stuff with like hints of other things. Like it's interesting. Fable 2 is like I think a couple hundred years in the future, so you actually have like old school style guns and stuff you can use in that too. Like you can use like those fucking crazy old shotguns and like pistols and things like that. It's really weird.
I'm sure there's probably no shortage of like behind the scenes and making of stuff about this game that might clarify some of the intentions of the aesthetic.
Oh, I think I'm getting like too far ahead of myself right now.
Yeah, you're getting into some dangers. Well, you haven't even leveled up yet, right?
No, I'm still.
Should you go back and level up?
I really
before you
should, but like I
continue?
like.
You are low on health.
I'm sure if the game audio was working, be like, Hero, your health is low. Do you have any potions or food? And I'd be like, yes, sir. I do.
Whose voice is telling you that?
That
Do
is.
you have a Navi fairy?
Remember the headmaster from the guild who had like the mustache and a bald
Yes.
head? He talks to you throughout the whole game.
I see.
He's like a tutorial that never ends. And that was a joke that in Fable 2, there's like a legend you can find of like an ancient hero killing him because he wouldn't shut up. It was a jab at the fact that they shouldn't have had that feature in this game. All right, I'm gonna go to my inventory. I'm gonna go back and level up. So I have to use, I believe it's in items. Other.
To Sasuke Pro said maybe just play the audio through the speakers loud enough so the mic picks it up. There's no audio coming through the speakers.
Yeah, that's the
is
weird
problem.
thing.
Like we heard the audio when the game was starting up, but once we actually got in the game, the audio disappeared. I mean, it could be that the game audio is just literally turned down. Like maybe we need to go into the menus and check there. But
Oh look, we have a cutscene.
we do not hear. Who's this goth girl?
I don't know.
Looking pretty trash baby over here. Like a weird trash baby Harry Potter or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of about it.
You're about it? You would be about it.
Yeah, it's kind of my aesthetic.
You and Ben have the same taste in aesthetics.
Do we?
I think so.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, I guess. I just have never compared my aesthetic to Ben's, other than, like, perpetually bordering on homelessness.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that was uninformative.
Is Tommy Oliver going to be a guest on one of the Ghibli Cast episodes?
I mean, I could. I just haven't done it because I don't have time to watch movies, apparently.
Yeah.
Choose your path one.
Is there any Ghibli movie that you that you particularly have strong feelings about and would like to be on?
My favorite's Princess Mononoke, but you already did that, so.
We haven't done that yet.
I thought we did. I thought that was the
No.
whole reason we went to see Princess Mononoke.
No, we went to see it because it was in theaters.
Oh, okay.
It was like a one-day event kind of thing, you know.
I could be on that. All right, we got a bunch of experience, man.
I know Nate demands to be on that one as well.
All right,
That's
so
like the only one he-
let me give you the rundown how experience in this game works. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you have general experience, strength, skill, and will. So strength is slashy swords, skill is bow, will is magic, and then you have general. So general can be used for any skills, and these are all for that specific type of magic. So if I go into my strength skills, for instance, I can up my physique, I can up my HP, my toughness, and it says it costs 350 experience. So I can tap into my strength skill, and anything that's left over I can dump
Do you
using
use
general.
the same experience for all of these? The same experience points? Or do they have unique experience?
Well, that's my whole thing. I have 950 strength experience, which can
I
only
see.
be used on strength skills, but general experience can be used on anything. So if I run out of strength experience and I still want to keep leveling up, I can delve into my general pool.
Right.
And you gain these experience for using the skill. So you can see I have more strength because I've been slashing people a lot. I have no skill because I haven't been using the bow at all, and I probably never will. So the first thing I leveled up before I left is I gave myself bigger physique because you want to be fucking swole.
Hell yeah.
Physique dictates your force with which you can swing a weapon, and thus the amount of damage you can cause. With greater strength also comes the ability to wield heavy weapons.
Oh
Which-
yeah, we definitely want to
You
have that.
know you want that.
We want that obsidian sword.
And it's funny, is like as you gain your strength, you actually do get more buff. So you can be like the fucking Hulk by the
Dude,
time you're done.
we gotta go Hulk mode.
Hell yeah.
That has to be our goal.
We also need more health because our health is like way tinier
Yeah, the
compared
health is dog shit.
to our. If we're gonna be see now we're tapping into our general XP because I've
Yeah.
used all the strength. So we might as well go toughness so we can take some hits. I'm just gonna like go and kind of bump these up a bit. But I also want to do some magic, because like magic's kind of what we've been doing for range. So I'm going to go down to will. This is where you get new spells and shit.
Does leveling skill eventually like lead to anything cool? Have you ever tried doing that?
I tried a little bit. It's just like you can like when you're aiming with the bow, time slows down, so you can like better line up your shots and
So
stuff.
basically, if you're really bad at the game, you should go the skill route.
Yeah, I guess so.
So like you don't have a skill, so you pay the game to have skill for it.
But like the spells are just so much more fun. You can get this one that's like an AoE. It makes this big circle around you, and then everybody in that circle bursts into flames and takes damage over time.
Yeah, that sounds like more of the speed we're trying to go here. Than
surround spells.
Slowing down time does not sound like fun.
Manipulate the world around you. Include force push, turncoat, slow time, drain life, and summon. Attack spells. Fireball, battle charge, multi-strike, lightning, divine fury. This is the skill. Divine fury and infernal wrath.
That sounds right.
Depending if you're good or evil, you just fucking nuke everything. The
ever...
best thing is like going into town, casting infernal wrath, and killing all the NPCs at once. It's sick.
What do you ever play Tales of Symphonia?
I played a little bit of it. I never finished it though.
I'm just remembering like Kratos has this attack where he says like
Kratos.
Yeah, there's a Kratos.
There's a guy named Kratos?
There is a guy named Kratos.
What?
It's the main character's dad, in fact.
Holy shit.
Spoiler alert.
Boy.
But he has a move called Judgment, where he gives this whole speech and he says, "Rest in peace, sinners." At the end, Judgment. It's pretty cool.
Inflame. Blast the area surrounding the caster with waves of fire. Higher levels spread fire across a much larger area. Alright. I kind of wish I didn't buy all that skill stuff with health stuff now, because I want this really bad. Like, look at that shit. That sick AoE crowd control. We could do Fireball. It's a little basic bitch spell.
Juicy Shack Meat, nice reference to prereq, by the way, asks, "Boy, it's Tom and Digi. Is this going to be a regular thing?" Yes. This is our show that is replacing prereq. So if you're sad that prereq is dead,
you're in the right place.
You're in the right place. We're just doing that show, except it's us. And also, the analysis videos will be deeper.
Whoa. Multi-strike. This spell imbues the user's blade with the ability to strike twice with a single blow.
Dijak was like, I mean, they do have branding and everything. Like, yeah, we do have branding. By the way, you can buy these shirts using the link that is below the stream. Unfortunately, you can't just click on the fucking link. You gotta, like, actually copy and paste it into the thing.
Yeah. Can you just, like, spam the chat with the link? Is it
I
hot link?
am capable of posting it in the chat. And it will hot link, but I don't know if I can spam it or anything.
I would just do that, like, every now and then.
Yeah.
Just be like, just so you know, you can become games. I kind of want to do multi-strike. That would help with what we just got. Basically, when it's cast, you hit double with every sword attack.
How expensive could 2 shirts be, though? Well, for us, it was free because Tom made the shirts. But,
yeah, I mean, I had to buy, like, the $200 heat press and the materials for the shirts.
Yeah, but I mean, in
terms of
owned
making
that heat press for quite some time, considering that you printed my shirts in 2013 using it.
It's made its money.
Tom and I have been trying to get into the having t-shirts market for 5 straight years.
I'm happy that we got... Did I tell you? Because, like, I was telling you before, I'm just going to buy multi-strike. I'm just going to go for it. Even though I really want that fire.
By the way, we've already sold, like, how many of these shirts total?
I think we're up to either 12 or 13 so far.
Alright, have any of those been through Spreadshirt?
Not that I'm aware of.
Ones that you sold?
Those are the ones that I've made. I know specifically I've made a bunch of those. Okay, so I think at this point we're going to have to make a choice. Because here we can either choose to defend an orchard or attack it with some bandits. Yeah. Protect Orchard Farm or attack Orchard Farm.
Well, I think Applejack would be disappointed if we attacked an orchard farm.
Yeah.
So
you want to be a good boy?
Well, which one is the more fun quest?
Let's see.
Let's see. You get paid way more to attack it.
You do get paid more.
Will this, if you attack it, will you like damage relationships with people there that might give you future quests?
I don't think so. It's just like in general, like if you're evil, the townspeople hate you. Prices go up. Nobody really likes you. But if you're good, they all like give you discounts and you're their friend.
Well, then it sounds like being good is an advantage. Although it also sounds like being evil might pay a little better. But
it pays better. Also, like you get access to certain other abilities and things that you can't use as a good boy. So it's balanced. It's just like you got to be like in the seedy underbelly of society, so to speak. I mean, we can change at a moment's notice. Like you just every time you do these things, you just gain or lose good or bad points. So if you get tired of being good, you can just start murdering people until you're evil, and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's just do whatever your fucking heart tells you.
All right, well, we're already going good right now. Okay, so there's a boasting system in this game too. You can like brag and like say you're gonna do things in a certain way or in a certain amount of time. It depends on the boast you choose, and you can gain extra experience by doing so.
That's cool. Do you have the confidence to boast in this scenario? Do you know it enough?
I don't remember what the boasts are, so I'm gonna just try it, and if it doesn't work, fuck it. Who cares? I know back when I first played it, I never boasted just because I never bothered. So what you do is you get up on a stage, and everybody comes to look at you, and then you start bragging. And see, no protection. You get 80 more gold.
This guy says that we're almost inaudible to him with his volume up all the way. Is there a way we can turn up our volume in the OBS?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's try doing that.
Let me all tab quick.
Yeah, let me look at the audio. Blah 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 blah. I mean, it looks like we're pretty loud.
It seems good. Like it seems loud, and it's already at max. So, but there is no desktop audio at all right now.
Yeah, there's no sound is coming from the desktop. I mean, it wouldn't be because you clicked out of the game. So, I guess I mean I'll turn up the fucking mic even farther. Gain.
Yeah, we are in the yellow now. So
yeah, we're consistently in the yellow. I mean, we're sitting pretty far away from the microphone, so we're doing it as loud as we can. I mean, you are listening on a phone, so it's not exactly.
We're gonna cut the phone peasants here.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's probably like a fucking sick Galaxy Note 8.
The phone peasants, by which you mean the only way anyone interacts with media besides me anymore.
Yeah.
I might be the last man with a desktop, and even it's fucking that processor is starting to hurt, man.
Threadripper 2.
Guys, buy these T-shirts so we can buy Threadripper fucking.
Oh God, yes, please.
We really want to replace our processors. That's why we're doing this show. That's the truth.
32 cores, man. I was watching a review of the Threadripper 2 today, and they said like even the 16 core is still like really good, but the 32 core. They said like the 32 core is overkill unless you're doing like professional level like scientific calculations.
Yeah.
So okay, this is the boast. You can do no protection where you do the quest without any armor. Without a scratch, you don't get hit. Fist fighter, you only punch.
We're definitely getting hit, so let's not even try to brag about that.
Protect the guards. Ensure that no guards will die. See,
that sounds easy enough.
Yeah, we can try that.
Unless
we can
the guards are like total ass.
You know.
No protection also sounds like it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, so how this works is you wager. So we're going to lose 100 gold in the wager, but if we do it, we gain 250 gold.
Okay, well what's the
This is the hardest
one. So the
one.
biggest wager is the without a scratch, right?
Yeah, so you wager 100, you get 400. So you could quadruple your money.
Well, no protection and protect the guards both sound easy enough if you wanted to take one of those.
We'll just do protect the guards. Fuck it.
We're
going to take this boast. We can do up to 5 at a time, so we can stack up on these if you wanted to.
Let's not fucking get ahead of ourselves. We don't.
I agree. I
don't know exactly what's going on here yet. This person with a totally unpronounceable name said, "Is it just me, or are they pushing the fact that they have shirts more than the fact that they have a new show?" It's because our new show doesn't. I mean, this is just a stream show that like is whatever. It's just a live stream. This is not something we're taking.
Yeah.
Like expecting to make a bunch of money off the live stream.
The thing about the shirts is that like there's something I really wanted to do with this is like kind of promote the idea of like the community and just like the meme of I Am Games, just because I think it's such a good thing. So like the idea of like we have this shirt is that like it just makes I Am Games as a concept more appealing to anyone who decides to participate in it.
Right, and I just find more value in the shirt than the live stream. I mean, once we have the actual videos from the channel coming out, then it'll be different. But it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, because there will be actual legit YouTube videos as a result of all this. I don't think that's 100% clear.
This guy says those actually look like Supreme shirts, which means that with the right marketing, you can sell them for $50 each. We did sell one for $50 to a guy in the UK who had to pay that much for us to ship it to him. But
Oh yeah, that's right. You have to fight Whisper here. She takes the opposite quest you do, so she's evil.
Oh, okay. So I just assumed like basically she's just like your Pokemon rival.
Yeah, she's
she just
our
always
Gyarados.
picks the one you didn't pick. That's fine.
We can murder her at some point. Oh, we got some bandits. Ho ho, decapitation.
Altered Beast. This game is rated M for mature, isn't it?
It is.
Do they say the fuck word?
A little bit. They say some fucks. There's some
Do you
fucks
ever get
in
to
there.
do you ever get to see any titties in this game?
No, it's not that kind of fucking mature game, unfortunately. I mean, do you really want to
The
see
Witcher
tits
lets
of
you
this?
see titties. Well, I guess. Well, I mean, there are chicks with big ass titties in this game. I know that much.
They don't. They're not exposed though.
When I played this, I got to fuck the one. What's her fuck? The really fucking hateful bitch, who like the game kind of presents to you as like, hey, you should marry this girl. You know who I'm talking about? The one in the purple corset. They showed her earlier.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, she's like built up throughout the game as like she's just like a noble woman who's like really insanely popular because she's kind of like the Kim Kardashian of this game, I guess, is how I would describe her.
That's not my type.
Well, like the game kind of like pushed like when you beat Whisper in the like arena like 75% of the way through the game, like it's kind of suggested that like if you kill Whisper, this woman will marry you, I guess. And so
you did it.
So I did it and I married
Did it
her.
for the pussy.
Yeah, even though like she's a total evil bitch, but
It's all good. Yeah, see, I need 5 keys to unlock this chest. We don't have enough yet. What a bummer. Alright.
Thanks for switching to white logo on black shirts. Personally hate white shirts. Yeah, I mean, we figured that most people prefer black shirts over white.
I mean,
so-
I do.
Yeah, I'm like one of the few people out there who always gets white shirts, but like, I know it's not, it's not gonna be the most popular. The black one will probably outsell the white one, but
I mean,
we only had white shirts on hand.
Yeah, the press I have only does white shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, like, it doesn't... The thing is...
Well, then that's why we needed Spreadshirt, I guess. Because I was kind of like, we could just buy a bunch of shirts and fulfill all the orders ourselves, but...
Because the problem is you can't... With a regular printer, you can't print white, So if you print on anything other than white color, it distorts all the colors and makes it look weird.
Oh, shit.
So...
That sucks balls.
That's why this and the Radcon shirt were both white. Because technology limitations, unfortunately. Alright.
Hey, someone fucking posted the badge, the I Am Games sticker. That means that they
Hell
must have been a
yeah.
subscriber, because I think you have to.
10 out of 10, my dude.
Yes. LOL Recycle Bin, 10 out of 10.
You are games.
You are literally games.
Look at this guy.
One day I hope to be even half as games as you are. This guy looks like he gets down.
He's pretty goofy. He has a sick beard, and I do want it.
Oh, is it gonna turn out that like the people who run the orchard actually are like bad people? So helping them while is the good option is also like helping bad people?
I don't think this game is that advanced right now.
I mean, that's kind of what like the very first thing that happened in the game was. Like you punched an adulterer and you got in trouble. So like I think it's more like that kind of edgy thing is going to be like a consistent force throughout the game. You know?
Help the guards defend Orchard Farm from a bandit assault.
Which I kind of like because it kind of suggests that the morality system is not really couched in like any kind of actual like it's not really a morality system. It's a social graces system more like, It's like
God, I didn't heal up before
you could
this. What a
probably
terrible idea.
do a lot of things that are net good and still be considered a bad guy and be like rejected by society in this game,
God, I need to heal really bad.
In which case it raises the question, is there any reason to be good? Because, good is bad and bad is good. It's a topsy-turvy world. We're living in an absurdist parody of a simulation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to eat a fucking apple right now. Green apple. Use.
All of this will be in my analysis.
I'm ready.
Digi, I'm gonna need you to tell me where you got the shirt you're wearing in the handstand section of the Madarame video. That is an Omocat shirt, but we are in competition with them because we have our own shirts. But we had another emote from Elusitary. It came right after the last one, but I missed it because they were both so close together. You are also games and a 10 out of 10.
Alright,
We gotta get our subscriber ping system set up where people fucking get the words on screen and shit. We have not. We're basically learning everything about Twitch in the process of these preliminary live streams because neither one of us really watches Twitch, but we understand that it is the place to go for gaming live streams. So, hence we are here. By the way, these streams do get they get uploaded onto the channel. The previous stream is on the I Am Games YouTube channel, which you can find by going to imgames.fun. If you type that into your browser. They will not be in the videos tab, only in the playlists tab.
Alright, so far, oh god, you fuck, get back here. Going to destroy my orchard. I'm doing neither of these guys are dead yet, so I'm doing okay on that front.
Only sociopaths could enjoy Netto Rare? I mean, anyone can enjoy anything if it's in media. The purpose of media is to explore these feelings, not to necessarily agree with them. You know, you can indulge in something that you know is wrong, you know, as long as there's no consequences, because it allows you a you know, I mean, it's like saying only sociopaths would play a video game where you kill people. Like, you know, we all know it's bad, but we're exploring those feelings within ourselves and participating in a whatever. I don't know why I'm fucking talking about this.
This ain't the analysis video, this is the gameplay.
What's up, my fellow games?
Whoa, I like it. Instead of, what's up, gamers? Just, what's up, games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all games here. Just a bunch of games having
We're
a game.
all games now.
A bunch of games having a game old time over here.
We'll have a game
old time.
Dude, I'm clobbering this bitch. She is not doing so hot right now. I have lightning.
If we get strong enough requests, we may have to make an I Am Games with a Y t-shirt as well. If enough people want
Yeah.
I Am Games.
You can only buy it in the small, even if you're large. You have to have exposed midriff while wearing the I Am Games shirt.
And nipples bulging through.
She's pretty pissed that I'm a farm boy. You know who else was a farm boy? Clark Kent.
Fuck you, farm boy.
Dude, I kicked her ass. And I didn't let any of the guards die. So
Hey.
our boast was successful.
Boast Busters. You remember that?
Ah, my girl Trixie.
Yes. Yes. Tom knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You made up for not knowing the last random My Little Pony episode title.
You keep me on my toes.
Yeah.
Get me ready for BronyCon 2019.
Good lord. Did you lose the ability to offer multiple resolutions? Did we ever have it? If we did, then I guess we lost it. I don't know. I don't know what makes it come and go. Like, there's nothing in the Twitch backroom that says anything about your resolutions. Like, it's not a thing that I have any control over or any understanding
it's
of.
vague. Oh, we have a fuck ton of money,
Stream is
bitch. Alright, so we did it. We fucked these guys up good. They didn't even get anywhere close to the stuff we were trying to protect because my swordsman skills are just that lit, fam. So, success. Let's go.
What does it take to get an invite for the mothership? You must be games. You must become games all the way into the bottom of your soul. Like,
yeah.
Like, many of you will be games on some level, but until you have truly become games all the way to the
You
bottom.
merely adopted the games. I was
Yeah.
born into it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because games are the truth. And the closer you get to the truth, the more games you become. I've forgotten how to speak regular words.
You really need to only say 3 words.
A game theory. Were those 3 words?
No.
Someone I just happened to read that right after you said that.
That was pretty spot on, but no, it was not.
3 words were I am games.
Of course.
Obviously.
Never said I was clever. Alright. Killed the bugs. Instantly. Insta-murdered.
Digi, I know you've talked about before how you don't really analyze video games because people criticize you for lack of knowledge and are apathetic to your odd tastes. Is Tom the knowledge man? That's basically the conceit here. Not so much knowledge as skill. I mean, I have lots of knowledge about gaming history, and I could tell you about, I could probably analyze, I could break down other people's analytical points about tons of games. But because of the fact that, yes, if I were left to my own devices, if I wanted to do a games analysis show about games I wanted to play, it would all be obscure, weird, old shit, or games that nobody cares about, and people would constantly criticize my performance at said games. But since Tom's here, who is good at games and likes playing regular games that people can enjoy and relate to, we can create things together.
That is the conceit. Hopefully it will work.
Hey, I'm trying to get into buying graphic tees, but specifically ones without brands / text if possible. Any suggestions where to find them?
Spreadshirt.com/games.
I mean, this has a brand and text.
Yeah, it's the antithesis of what you want.
But at the same time,
it's not a brand, it's a movement.
It does say I am games on it. So I don't know what else you could want. I mean, if you just want... I don't understand what you want. Graphic tees with no brands or text. So you just want, pictures of anime girls? I don't know. What kind of... I don't know exactly what category you're looking for. That's a pretty broad statement. You can go to Hanes and buy a t-shirt that has a graphic on it, I would imagine.
Oh, man. I don't know how to use expression.
Oh, shit! Demi-Viral has the suggestion of a lifetime. That we also need a gym version that says I am Gaines.
Oh,
I
yes.
think I am Gaines also has a lot of potential.
I agree.
And I will definitely wear it to the gym every single time. I have to make sure that Bro Science hasn't already made that t-shirt.
I feel like we have reason to ape that. We could do it. It's fine.
Tom, what kind of shit did you do to prepare for living in a car?
Nothing. I just did it. I just bought some stuff, and that was it.
I mean, you lived in a car for all of, 5 days?
It was not a long time. I had planned to keep going, but you were like, no, you're here now. We're making t-shirts.
Go into the game menu and see if maybe the lack of game audio is because of just it's not on in the game.
Okay, I will.
Because that's a possibility. Because I cannot think of any other answer for why we have no game audio.
Why is this guy not following me anymore? I'm supposed to be doing a quest right now.
He is questioning your gamesness. He doesn't think your game's enough.
God damn it. Audio options. There is audio.
Yeah, it appears to be on. We have no idea why the game audio is not working. Literally zero idea. What do you think of Metal Gear Solid? Tom, you play any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
I've played all of them.
What do you think of them?
I think they're great. I think 5 was pretty shit, which kind of sucks because I really liked the gameplay changes they made in 5. I thought that was really fun. Just the movement and the combat and stuff like that was really cool. But the story was bullshit. They literally didn't finish the game, and then they put in the collector's edition. Here's the ending we didn't make.
So basically, you agree with everyone who's made videos about Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not.
See, this is why
super contrarian.
This is why I'm not I didn't put Metal Gear Solid on our list of games to play on this show because there are so many people who've made like 45-minute analysis videos of every Metal Gear Solid game. It's like, for me, I don't even want to play them because I feel like I've vicariously beaten them all several times through analysts, you know?
I mean, it's the best part to me is the crazy story. So like,
Right.
you could just watch the cutscenes.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I do really appreciate, like, Super Bunny Hop's video on the third game where he talks about, like, what high-level play can look like in a Metal Gear Solid game, and, like,
I'm not a high-level Metal Gear Solid player.
The sheer insanity of what you can get up to because of all the, like, really bizarre mechanics in the game is definitely a big part of the appeal. And I think that's why I think he liked 5 a lot more than most people because he explores those high-level mechanics. Incidentally, like, there was a great video by, I don't remember what the fuck he had very briefly had a games analysis show, but it was the guy from Hey Ash, What You Playin', the brother.
I don't even know who that is.
It's called, like, Reverend something. In any case, he had a video one time about, like, why you should try playing games on the highest difficulty, because, like, you know, in a game that is mechanically complex, it will push you to explore those mechanics. Because, like, in Metal Gear Solid, a lot of the times if you're playing on normal, the games are just not that difficult. But, like, if you push yourself into a position where, like, playing straightforwardly just isn't gonna cut it, then it forces you to actually explore, like, the crazy depth that the game has.
I can agree with that.
But anyway, I'm gonna get back to looking at this fucking chat.
Alright, I'm just killing some fucking bandits. Killing them all. Fuck. Don't have a lot of XP right now, though. I already blew through all of it. I gotta find this guy. I was supposed to escort to the place I just finished the last quest, and he just disappeared on me like a fucking bitch.
Why are you called I Am Games? Because we are games. Actually, that was the response that someone immediately had, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm glad. See, this is why we're talking about the t-shirts and stuff. The branding and, like, the community is already on point. Everyone's on the same page.
Do you drink much anymore, Digi? Yeah, all the time. Especially because I don't have weed anymore. So, like, I need something. But I drink as much as ever. How did I get so far back in the chat? Did you play Toho games on the stream? Maybe one day. I mean, I don't really see us doing an analysis series on Toho. Because, they're hard. And I don't see Tom getting into Toho, really.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like my jam.
It's also not gonna print us money to make a video about Toho. Has Tom played every game that has Gears in the title?
I haven't played Gears of War 3 or 4, so I guess not.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, I didn't have an Xbox at the time. Oh god, that was terrifying. Alright, he is still following me now, so that's good.
We might actually... This guy asked, will you finally play Nier Automata as part of the show?
Oh, we should.
That's a great
I bought
idea.
it and I want
That's
to.
probably belongs high on the list of games that we should play on the show.
Agreed.
We're kind of undecided on, like, whether or not we're going to try to tackle, like, game series. Because inevitably, if we make a big analysis video on the first game or the last game or whatever game in a series, people are going to want us to do the other games in that series, which is a good business move. So, like, but we probably wouldn't do them back to back just because exhaustion, you know?
Right, yeah.
But I do own all the Drakengard games.
Oh god.
I own Drakengard 1, 2, and 3, and I own Nier 1. And I have done a video on the first Nier way back in the day on my show Adventure Action RPG. And I even say in that video that I am going to return to the game and do a second review later. Because Nier is a game where basically the whole Drakengard series is supposed to beat each of them 4 times. They all have 4 endings, and typically what happens is when you do New Game Plus, it starts you from about halfway through the game, and you play through the second half, but it's different each time. And it's like fairly radically different story-wise in each version. So like it's like you're playing through sequels, but you know, it's the same stretch of game over again, I guess. Is how I understand.
Oh my god, what a fucking dick.
What did he do?
I finished the quest, and he said, "Oh, you could have protected me better. I'm not paying you."
Yeah,
Guess who's about to be evil?
Yeah, guess who's about to get fucked in the ass?
We better not have just
me right now.
clipped out of here. Oh, I think he just vanished from the world.
Oh, what a fuck boy. You should have force lightning him. Wait, he's probably in that barrel.
I think it's just exploding.
No, never mind.
Well,
dick.
This is the worst game ever. This is just my second experience with my slow progression to evil. I'm gonna Anakin Skywalker the fuck out of this shit.
Lord Vader Kush. Anakin Skywalker attack. Burn a motherfucker to the ashes. Make sure a pig don't come back. 3, 2, 0. Sorry.
You're not sorry.
Clems has pretty much done the entire Drakengard Nier series. Clems did not really analyze the games. He just kind of explained them. Like, I watched Clems's video on Drakengard 1, and it was like a long-ass 4-part video where he basically just summarized the plot of Drakengard, and I didn't really understand the point. So, not to shit on Clems or anything, but I think there's plenty more that could be said about the games. Do you still have your Wii U library? Of course. Why would I not? I didn't buy literally every Wii U game, though. I just bought the ones that I thought were interesting, which was like 10 games in total. Like, I described it as buying the entire library, but by which I meant the games that I wanted to play for the Wii U, which were not that many. Where is May? May is downstairs playing Persona 3, as far as I know. I saw her come up at one point, but I think she went back down, so I think she's playing Persona 3. And probably watching the stream on the side. Almost all Wii U games are good. No. Oh, this guy says it's shame. Almost all Wii U games are good. Shame there's only like 10. Actually, even of the 10 I bought, I didn't end up really liking most of them. I kind of think the Wii U was just a total failure of a console. Like, I loved the controller. I loved the idea of the console. But most of the games just feel kind of incomplete and underdone. I thought it was really strange. Dunkey just put out a video reviewing Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, where he called it like an exceedingly polished game, and I felt the total opposite playing that game. I felt like it was weirdly unpolished, and like just a lot of elements of it felt incomplete. And also, you could beat the whole game in like 3 hours.
That sounds like the perfect game for you, though.
It was fun, I guess. There was a like. There's like a certain, like, you're meant to go back through the levels like a couple times and like, you know, collect, like, get, like, basically get all 3 of the collectibles and like do it in a certain amount of time and stuff like that, you know, to get like the high score, as it were. And I did that for a lot of levels. Like, I mean, even with how short the game was, going back through, it was not that difficult to complete like challenge versions of the levels, with few exceptions. And the few exceptions were like impossible. Like, there was a couple levels that I just could not figure out how to do all the way at all, and then the rest of the game was like usually fairly easy. But it felt like there was so much more they could have done with the mechanics of the game. Like, at the end, I was just kind of like, oh, I guess that was it. Like, this game could have easily been twice as long and been more fulfilling. But, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna die.
Did you play Xenoblade X? No, because everything I heard about it, it sounded terrible. TBH. But then it's not. I mean, I hated the first Xenoblade because I don't like the combat system at all.
Alright, I put my sword away for some reason.
Donkey's reviews are trash. I totally disagree. Donkey's one of the best reviewers on YouTube, in my opinion. Donkey is amazing at boiling down the appeal of a game to one sentence, and that's something I admire a lot. Like when he talks in his Ocarina of Time video where he's like, you see Death Mountain in the background of all these different screens, and then you go there and you're on top of it and there's a big Goron and you fucking do this whole crazy quest, and I was like, there you go. He summarized it perfectly. That's exactly what is so good about Ocarina of Time. So yeah. Did I play parts 2 and 3? Of course. Like you had like if you only played part 1, the game is like 15 minutes long. Like that's okay. Captain Toad is super fucking weird because I was playing it for like an hour and then the credits roll and I'm like, oh, and then it's like, oh, you unlocked part 2, which is just more of the same game, and then there's 3 whole parts that each have their own ending. Like they play the full credits all 3 times. I'm like, why? I don't understand why this gimmick was implemented. It did not seem to have any real significance. The only reason I could think of for why they did that is that I feel like Nintendo wanted people who are like really casual and suck at the game because it later becomes a little bit more heady to like feel that sense of accomplishment of having completed it. Even if, like, I think they wanted it to feel like, oh, you can just stop here and the rest is bonus. Even though if you did stop there as, like, you know, as, like, a even remotely competent gamer, you'd be like, wow, that was fucking nothing, you know?
Right.
So it was very strange. As the years goes on, people are warming up to the Wii. I think the same thing will happen for the Wii U as long as literally every game worth playing isn't ported. I mean, I haven't warmed up to the Wii, so...
No, the Wii sucks.
Yeah, I never liked it. The Wii kind of like, I think the Wii is single-handedly responsible for, like, my waning interest in video games as I grew up. Because, like, the previous console generation before that, I was all about games. Like, I was big time. I was games really hardcore. All I was games. And then, like, the Wii came out, and it was like, I didn't really care about any of the games. And that continued to be true throughout its life cycle. And then, like, the PS3 and Xbox 360, there was just, like, so many fucking open world games, and I just was not into the open world games. And, so I just kind of let my brothers play the consoles all the time, and I barely played them. Was this guy a guy you were supposed to kill? It looked like he was not even aggressive until you fucking attacked
said
him.
that he's a bandit, and it said that if I don't pay him 400 gold, he won't let me cross. So I immediately murdered him.
Well, what a dick.
He threatened to kill me. He's like, I'll kill you if you don't pay. I'm like, I'll kill you first, faggot.
Yeah.
And so
was that considered an evil decision?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't get any evil points. And
Well.
if it did, it would have been justified, so. Now I gotta fight all his buddies.
Did you why say dense instead of layered? Because I think that they're two different things. Like, something can be dense because it has something happening every second rather than 10 things happening in every minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I think layers, I think...
You can be layered without being dense. Something really
Yeah.
long and, like, over long can still have layers to it.
Yeah. And something
can be dense
being
without just saying
layered.
one thing.
Yeah.
Like a certain phrase called "I am games." It's dense, but
Yes,
short.
it's so dense. Every single word has so much going on. We was games.
Oh shit! I like that one too.
Was Donkey Konga Wii or GameCube? That was GameCube, my dude.
Yep.
And it was good.
Oh
Here's
God.
my opinion of Skyrim.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
It's so unfun to play.
I did not understand the appeal of it at all. Except for, okay, here was my experience with Skyfall. Or Skyrim. Skyfall is a great movie. With Skyrim, you start off and it's like boring as shit for the first like 20 minutes, and then finally you're like, alright, I'm doing it. And you're in the starting town, and it's a town that is like 2 buildings. And you go from there to Whiterun. And it's very bizarre because the game has this like, it's supposed to feel like realistic and like you're in a real place, but like the towns are the size of Pokemon towns and about the same distance apart. So I go to Whiterun, and Whiterun was pretty fun for about an hour. I spent an hour talking to everybody, like learning everything, clicking on everything, like, you know, piecing together what was going on here, because like it's a fairly well realized environment where like everyone has like their own story, you know, like you can tell what life is in this town. And then once I'd explored everything in Whiterun, I left the town and I was like, well, what the fuck do I do now? Like, where should I go? What should I do? It's just a big open fucking expanse of nothing. So I walked for a while and I entered this like bandit alcove or something, and I just literally ran in and murdered everyone and looted all the stuff, and there was nothing of any value there. It was just like, hey, come here and kill all these guys and take all this useless crap. And I felt totally unfulfilled, and I stopped playing the game right there.
I just hated the combat. It was not fun at all.
The combat is not fun at all.
Like, I was fighting the first dragon. I'm like, this should be fun, but I just feel frustrated. And it was dumb, and I didn't like it. And the fact that, like, it's all stamina-based, which is fine, but they give you no stamina to start with. So, like, you can do one attack and then run away. It was just horrible.
What's good about
and
Skyfall? Skyfall's awesome. What do you mean what's good about Skyfall? It's a fucking
Here's the demon door, by the way.
He needs your combat multiplier to get higher.
Should have talked to him before I killed all those guys, but no well.
First of all, okay, here's good things about Skyfall. First of all, it's got the only good Adele song as the intro. And there's a cool ass cinematic intro thing, and then there's like all kinds of fucking sick cinematography and cool scenes and shit. You ever seen Skyfall?
I've not.
It's pretty good. It's a James Bond movie. Have you guys talked about Smash Ultimate yet? What are your thoughts on how it's going? It's sure another Smash game.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Smash fan.
I love Smash, but like I don't see any reason to give a shit until it's out, which is how I feel about everything. I really don't enjoy pre-release hype at all. I don't really see the point, because if the thing comes out and it turns out to be good, cool. If it comes out and it turns out to be bad and you spend all your time looking at pre-release hype, you're just going to be disappointed. So why bother? You know?
I like getting a little hyped. I like getting excited for things. Like watching Doom Eternal stuff. Oh boy.
See, I didn't even look at it because there's two possibilities. Either the game's going to come out and everyone I know who liked the first game is going to tell me, man, this game is even better than the first game, and I'll go, cool, I'll go buy it. Or they're going to say, oh, this game sucks compared to the first game, and I'll go, cool, I won't buy it. Like, knowing beforehand will do nothing for me, because I have no reason to believe that the game will be what is shown in the trailers, you know? Like, it's kind of like if you based your decision to buy BioShock Infinite off of, like, seeing the skyhook in a trailer. It's like, yeah, have fun doing that for, like, the 15 minutes that you use it in the game. You know?
Alright, so here's a trader who's been attacked by a werewolf. He's going to turn into a werewolf and try and kill us. But he's going to give us money to let him come with him. Should we take the risk?
What were the two options?
He's been attacked by a werewolf, even though that's spoilers, so you don't know that yet. But he's been attacked by a werewolf, he's going to turn into one. But he'll give you money if you let him come with us. But the quest right now is to protect these two guys. So he's going to turn to a werewolf at some point and try and kill all of us.
Just kill him now, because he's going to fucking ruin your quest, obviously.
No.
Just fucking... Oh, he's not even going to, like, try to do anything fucky? Alright. You're probably just going to have to kill him later after he turns into a werewolf.
Yeah, it's fine. I did get evil points for that.
This game is, like... It's gotten already, like, comical how often the whole good and bad choice thing is just a, like, it's just a fucky thing. Like, oh, jeez, that guy's fucking dead.
Yeah, I think thing's gonna kill me nice and good, too.
Like, it feels like every single decision you make in this game is the game going like, ah, bet you didn't see that coming. And it's like, well, if I can never see it coming, then what value is there in me making these decisions?
Right.
But that might be the point. Perhaps it is meant to be like an absurdist thing, and to like, to be like, hey, none of it matters, so just do whatever you want, because like, it fucking is totally irrelevant. Which would make sense. I mean, it would be more intellectually honest, I suppose. I don't know. I gotta study more before I can come to any conclusions. I'm not gonna go and like write an analysis of how Fable is like an absurdist fucking. I don't know the word I want to look for. Tom, have you read The Sculptor?
I've not read The Sculptor. However, I do own it.
What is The Sculptor?
It is a graphic novel by Scott McCloud.
I see. Is that Scott McCloud of Clan McCloud?
Yes.
Sick. He must be a Highlander.
He wrote Understanding Comics and Making Comics, and he's kind of a genius when it comes to comics and stuff. He's a cool boy. Alright, we're still going. You guys better be following me or I'll murder you. I love how I've already had 2 escort missions in the first like 2 hours of this game. It's not a good sign, dude. Not a good sign. I was really hoping I could just kill him before he even got to me. Alas. No such luck.
This guy says, every year gamers suck up everything at E3. The hype machine in the gaming industry is strong. Gamers are the most cucked group on the internet. It's really bizarre to me because I guess I follow the gaming equivalent of the skeptic community for the most part. Because the only E3 videos I ever see are anti-E3 hype videos. It's like Jesse or like Super Bunny Hop or someone just like talking about why all the hype is bullshit and you shouldn't buy into it because it's like so obviously fake and transparent. And my Twitter feed is just nonstop people shitting on E3.
Oh God.
So like when I find out that those people are in fact actually responding to a real populace of people who legitimately buys into the hype, I'm like shook. And I only had to interact with those people with the new God of War trailer. Because remember, back when the God of War trailer came out, I made a video calling it the worst looking game of all time. Or like, I called it like, the new God of War is the worst thing ever conceived or created or something like that. And I ranted for like 30 minutes in a Gilbert Gottfried voice about why it was going to be a piece of shit.
Holy shit, there's so many dudes.
And incidentally, the only reason that the game isn't... I mean, I haven't played it, but like from what I've heard from people who also expected it to be a piece of shit but ended up liking it, is specifically because it wasn't exactly what it was shown in the trailer. That like those elements were the worst parts of the game, and that the fact it has hidden other fun, cool things is why it was any good. But like, I made that video because all I saw was people shitting on the new God of War online. And then I make my video, and there's like a whole bunch of people coming out like, no, it looks like the greatest game ever. And I was like, oh, these people are real. But then I also feel that way with anime YouTube all the time. Like, I've had to get so much more careful because, like, back when I made my Erased video, which is the most controversial video I've ever made, because I took this attitude of, ha, I told you guys Erased was going to be bad. And it was because everyone I'd seen online had been shitting on the later episodes, being like, oh, it went downhill, it turned into a piece of garbage. Not realizing that while the people who I was following were still dumb enough to have thought Erased even would be good, they were not nearly of the class of the other people who just were who liked it all the way through and had no problems with the ending. So, which turns out was more people than the ones who were pissed off about the ending. So, you know, I fucked up by taking that attitude because I could have just as easily made a video actually convincing those people that Erased was bad. But I just took it for granted that everyone had thought it was bad by the end, and that's why my video came out that way. Taking a very different approach with my Shinsekai Yori video, which is where I approach it on terms that are, like, the video is designed specifically for people who like Shinsekai Yori to make them reconsider, basically. So that should be fun.
Why are the guys gone?
Sorry I'm talking about so much anime while we are games.
Where are the guys? Why are they not with me? Why are you over there?
Is that the guys?
Yeah, they just came back and now they have full life. So I'm not complaining about it. I just don't know why they abandoned me.
Leave a comment if you appreciate my "Are These They" reference, because I make that reference every day.
I need to piss super bad, but I want to finish this fucking quest first. Melee weapons. All right, now we're talking. Now we're doing steel katana. Steel.
People are talking about how this game looks like a fake game that would be in the background in like a TV show or something. I guess I could kind of see it. Usually they probably wouldn't have this much graphical fidelity or like aesthetic design though.
Steel longsword. Steel katana.
To be fair, the last few E3s have been especially bad. I've never seen an E3 that wasn't especially bad. Like, even back in the day, they were all really awful and full of misconceptions and lies. Like, I don't know. I used to watch E3 on, like, G4. Like, they used to do extensive coverage of it every year. Way back when I was games for real. And now I am again.
We are the ultimate games. No, I don't. Get out. It's not what I wanted.
Hype is a sin in Buddhism, I think.
Understandable. Inventory, weapons, melee, stick, steel axe, steel.
Nintendo is the only company who does it right with pre-recorded directs that are in of themselves entertaining to watch. Nintendo Direct is cool, but I have to watch that shit in at least 2x speed to sit through it, because they talk to you like you are fucking mentally deficient.
Well,
like,
most Nintendo fans are.
they're like, on this new Wii U video game, you will be able to experience whole new worlds like none which you have ever seen before. Today, we will guide you through one of these new worlds in our game, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time
For the Wii
HD
U.
Remaster, coming this October 2018.
You've watched too many directs.
I've watched any directs.
You know, that's one.
It's because Victor was really into Nintendo Directs. Victor would watch all that shit.
Oh my god! I just want to finish it so I can go past.
Have either of you played World of Warcraft, and are you excited for WoW Classics? I'm assuming WoW Classics is just them packaging like vanilla WoW.
It's just vanilla, yeah. What they did is they shut down
that's
all the.
why that's why
they shut down all the fan servers, and now they're charging for it.
That's fucked. No, I'm not excited for it because I
You know, for people who
ever
are
get sucked
games,
back
we've done
into-
nothing but say all these games suck.
Well, I mean, if you are games, then surely you realize that most... I mean, you're 80-20 game dev, right?
I guess, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going.
So Tom here is a game developer with his own studio called 80-20 Game Dev. And the 80-20 rule can also apply to media. 80% of your engagement with media will come from 20% of the media that you engage with.
Yeah, the 80-20 rule is really universal for everything.
It's pretty universal. The law of the vital few. So it makes the most sense that most people will only really like about 20% of all games. Now, granted, most people, because they are on the bell curve of what people like from games, will perceive themselves as basically liking everything because they only pay attention to hypebeast games. Like, if all you play is the shit that's announced at E3 and made a big deal about, then from your own perspective, you might as well say that you just are, like, you love games. And when you see somebody criticizing all those games, you'll be like, wow, you must just hate video games. And it's like, no. Because I play I also only play 10 games a year, but they're just 10 other games. 10 games that are not hyped at E3. So that's where this weird perspective, this skewed perspective comes from. But because of the fact that I am such a fucking contrarian, that I don't play any games that people give a shit about, there's no way for me to successfully be a games critic without help. So, again, that's the conceit of this show.
Right, you need someone normier.
And I'm not trying to be elitist.
Oh, Jesus!
I don't think there's anything wrong with liking the 10 games from E3. It's just that, like, the games that most people tend to gravitate towards do not do much for me.
Oh, dear.
I do like FABLE, though, because, like, I mean, I like action RPGs in general. There's a lot of nostalgia involved. But I feel like this is a style of game that like I feel like the things that people generally dislike about Fable or like complain about are not the things I generally would complain about.
Oh,
Now there's
God.
plenty to complain about because the game is kind of fucky, and that's what makes it fascinating. Is that like it has so many good ideas and then also like so many bad ideas or things that just make you go like, you guys really couldn't tell that no one would want to do escort missions like for half the game? Like no one in the playtesting complained about that? Alright.
Dude, this guy's fucking me up. I can't seem to dodge his rocks very well. Dodge. Alright. I've become a bow bitch. 'Cause I don't think I can really get close with my normal approach.
Gypsy says, name one game.
Ping?
Ping? Is that like saying Pong incorrectly?
Correct. That was the joke. You ruined it. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if that's what you were going for.
God. It's fucking ruined. I'm gonna eat some apples. No, I'm gonna eat an apple pie. That's what you do when you're being attacked by a vicious beast.
Gotta get down for that mama's pie.
Oh, you bet. Okay. Well, produce. Yes, consume the beer keg.
Would Tom be open to eventually animating a short film? Are you open to that, Tom?
I not only am open to that, I constantly think about it.
Yeah? Like
Yeah.
how short of a film?
I don't know. I'd like to do like a 20-minute short film or something. Why am I not locked onto this guy anymore? Why would I not want to fucking...
I mean, depending on how ambitious your story is, it could, like, doesn't necessarily even have to be that difficult to make a 20-minute short film.
Right.
It's funny that,
Alright,
you know...
This is bullshit. I'm going...
I think a lot of people
Oh shit.
can
that's
underestimate, like, the sheer amount of difference
Alright, this
it
isn't working
makes
either.
between like the scale of one idea versus another. Like the other day, or what was it? Yeah, 2 days ago, I made the Little Witch Academia video on episode 4, and that video is 8 minutes long, and I edited it fully in like 45 minutes because it was just one episode of the show. So like finding all the clips was extremely easy because I basically used the entire fucking episode. Like I just scrubbed through and like managed to find clips that matched almost everything I said, and there was only like maybe a total of 45 seconds of shit I needed to find outside the show, amounting to like 3 clips that were easy to come by on YouTube. So like other times I've made videos that are 3 minutes long and took all day. Like for instance, editing the rap video for the AnyTube Cypher, that didn't take all day, but like it took a few hours, you know, because there was unique clips for almost every 5 seconds of the song, all from different shows that I had to go and track down. So like, you know, making a 20-minute short film, it's really not a matter of how long it is, it's a matter of what is it about.
Alright, I figured out how to dodge the tax now, so now it's just a matter
Which is why you can make a movie like Clerks on credit card debt. You know that movie was paid for just on credit cards?
I mean...
He just got like 10 credit cards and just put the whole movie on credit and then managed to make it back like 10.
God, what a lucky man that he was
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, I did that. I killed the thing. It took me a while to realize I should just roll forward instead of side to side.
That makes sense.
The rolling in this game doesn't have iframes, so... At least not that I can
Does
tell.
Tom have any animations posted on the web? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Well, not a bunch. I got a handful.
Go to polystation2.com, right?
Yeah. I also have been posting some previews of my game dev stuff on there, too, because I just started that like 2 weeks ago. Oh my god. I can't wait. They're running for their freedom. I'm running to use the bathroom. Oh no. Oh, please don't make me do something else. Please tell me this is the end of the quest. Okay, good. I thought that seemed more like insidious.
Have you ever played any of the Monster Hunter games?
No, I
Me
haven't.
neither.
I figured I look at Monster Hunter. There's actually a demo for the new one coming out on Switch tomorrow. I need to piss, but it's kind of like it has the same issue I have with Dark Souls, like the weighty, slow combat that I just don't enjoy.
Yeah, you're not into that. This guy's asking if I've played Nioh. Nope.
No,
Not
I
yet.
want
I
to check
want
that
to.
out, even though it looks kind of like Dark Souls, but kind of better. All right, I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of this west of wires.
You just
we've
gotta
created.
go up. You just gotta go up.
don't want to go.
You just
up.
gotta go straight up.
Oh God, I don't trust
You just gotta
myself.
go up.
I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm a giant fucking ogre. So
Yes,
moving.
you are like 90 feet tall.
I also have no dexterity at all. Something
jeez,
happened.
Everything's gay and dead.
Everything's still plugged in though, so I don't really know what happened. Actually, it should be fine because it's still streaming on the computer. Just
Yes.
unplug from the monitor.
For whatever reason, the HDMI jostled. Actually, it looks like it did briefly disappear on the screen as well. For
Anyway,
reasons
keep
unknown.
the people entertained. I'm sure you can find a way to talk without it.
Reasons unknown. Alright, let me look through this chat. Try and get your combat multiplier even higher. Can do. When are we getting Sorceress Lost, the comic, the story, the game, the animation? God knows. Right now Tom is like full-time working on game dev shit. So, and all of it is about his Izumi character. So, you might as well just get on that boat. Stop worrying about the Sorceress Lost boat. Digi, since Mother's Basement doesn't seem interested in doing the Weebcast anymore, would you be interested in taking it back from him? I mean, I guess I could take the name back if he wants to give it back. I mean, I don't see much reason to use the name again. Like, it's pretty tied to his branding of it. He made logos and shit for it. I'm all about I Am Games right now, so I'm not too concerned about the Weebcast. Hey, thanks for the bits, Demi-Viral. I don't really understand what they do, other than that I guess we make money from it somehow, so that's sick. It's 100 cheer. What Tom hates about Dark Souls, I love. I know, Tom's whole stance on Dark Souls is a big fucking meme. We are still live, right? I'm seeing some F's in there. I'm waving my hand so I can check the video and make sure. Yeah, okay, there's my hand waving. Become a focused single-player game while Tom is gone. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Tom all of a sudden looked like he was 4 times taller than Digi when he went closer to the camera. Yeah, he is actually 4 times taller than me. The camera's kind of skewed to make me look taller than him because of the fact that it's at a weird angle and it's a fisheye lens. But Tom is like twice my height. Digi, how do I get the obsessive compulsion to explain everything smoothly as you do?
Be born with autism.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just be born with autism and be really determined that you are not wrong about anything you have to say. And therefore, you have to keep trying to explain it until people understand. Because if you don't think you're wrong, but people don't understand what you're saying...
That just means the problem is you need to say more and better.
Exactly. And so that's sort of the theory I've approached my whole life with. Like, okay, the video I made, The Purpose of Anime, that video should have basically been the only video I ever needed to make on my channel. Like, I did it. I explained the whole purpose of anime. And, like, if you watch that video... then you should be able to just take what I said there and do analysis of anything. Like, that's why I called the video How to Analyze Anything. Because, like...
What?
But
Thief,
like,
he's taking my mushroom. I want to talk to you. I didn't want your mushroom.
It seems like most people just watch that and they go, yeah, like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess, you know? And I'm
whoa!
like, well,
whoa!
oh, does this dude want to fuck? Is this dude DTF?
Not anymore because, okay, I went over... I thought he's running a stall, so I went over him and I was like, I want to talk to him. But I picked up the mushroom on the table instead.
I see.
And now he's like, thief! And now they're all trying to kill me.
Well, you didn't want this dude's dick.
Oh God, here we go. You have crimes to pay for. That mushroom's worth like $1!
Well, do you want to pay or do you want to become a fugitive?
Unfortunately, I'm not strong enough to kill the fucking guards yet.
Well, there goes 750 gold for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
that guy was probably setting you up. Like, he probably
Can I
for this
load
reason.
the game from like where I just finished that quest instead of having to lose my fucking money? Where's my last load state at? Autosave. What time is it right now?
It is currently 10:46.
All right, I can definitely autosave after my quest. I'm not fucking paying that shit. Let's time reverse that bull. Fuck.
I wouldn't have even thought to do that. That's how shit of games I am.
Yeah, so
I've always been someone who like. Okay, the reason that I've never
Oh,
been into
fuck
games
this
with
up.
like branching paths is that I will typically I just like to take whatever lumps I get in a game. Like I'm not someone who like save scums usually or like goes back and plays the alternate route. I just like do it the way that I did it and then I'm done, you know?
Right.
Which is funny because in the case of Undertale, Ben was giving me so much shit for the fact that I just did the like good route and then quit the game and didn't play any further. And I'm like, the game literally criticizes you for even doing the other routes.
Oh, doing like a genocide run in Undertale?
Yeah, like the game actively says
I didn't do anything else. I just played the pacifist run because like that was the one A I enjoyed.
Right.
And B, like, I liked the characters, I didn't want to go murder them.
To me, it seemed like the entire purpose of Undertale is to do the pacifist run. If you do the genocide run, it's just because
the whole point of doing the genocide run, and I'm sure, I'm preaching to the choir here, because I'm sure you get it, is that, like, you basically become Flowey. Because, like, that's what Flowey did. He got bored and started fucking with the mechanics.
But, like, the way I see it...
So you get to be
What
him.
the game says about you as you do the genocide run is it basically says, like, you couldn't be satisfied with just resolving the story. Like, you had to go and find out for yourself what happens if I kill everybody, because you care more about, like, exploring all the possibilities than you do about the actual people, the actual characters. And, like, and it even makes fun of you if you watch Let's Plays of it. Like, it says, oh, that just means you were afraid to pull the trigger yourself. Now, personally, I didn't even watch a Let's Play of it.
Yeah,
I just had all this explained to me by other people. And I was like, fine. Like, I feel as though what I got out of the experience was the intended experience. Like, not to say that none of the other ones are intended at all, because obviously it's all programmed in there so that if you do find it, you find it. But, like... You know, to suggest that that is a lesser way to play the game is antithetical to the game's own message, you know? But anyway, that's just generally how I play. I just kind of stick to my decisions and... Because, like, it's... to me, the important thing is that I made the decisions that represent myself. I don't care about seeing everything in the game. I care about being myself in the game. So, like... For instance, in Mass Effect, like, the idea of going back and doing the Renegade run never appealed to me, because it's like I would never make any of these decisions in real life. Like, the good... What the fuck is it called when you're good in that game? Paragon. The Paragon run just was the decisions I would actually make. So,
back home,
you know, why force myself to make the other decisions for no reason? Anyway. I've been going on and on about my fucking games philosophy shit.
I'm back home. Oh my god, look at my face. Oh, you missed that. It was awesome.
I'm stuck looking at this girl's face now. You got like big anime eyes. Oh no, you're getting triggered.
I do have trauma.
Oh god, it's that kid. I'm triggered now.
That was a girl?
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus!
I guess we couldn't hear the voices before because we don't have sound. By the way, Demi Viral gave us 100 bits while you were taking a piss.
Yeah, my 100-bit piss. Love it. Okay, this is like kind of creepy. Like, he's just having like a mental breakdown. Like, you have some unresolved issues,
He's
man.
triggered AF, dude.
Alright, I really need a new beard. I really do. Dude, can we fuck? Maybe that'll get me over my problems. I just bang this bitch. As a 3D artist, I really enjoy the texturing in this game. There's like so much detail that's just textures, like all the like stitches in her clothes and stuff. I'm just like, it's so minimal, it's so sick. I've like seriously considered downloading World of Warcraft Starter and just running around the starting area and just like absorbing all of the information of like how they built all the assets in that game. Armorer, yes, this is what we need. This is what I've been waiting for. Give me all the sick shit.
Jester Monaco says, Digibro, would you mind talking more about the game and make this less like your personal talk show? Look, the game does not happen that quickly. The game is kind of a slow action RPG where a lot of it is just slashing guys over and over again in service of a mission. So I don't think that commenting on every single moment of it would be particularly engaging. Then again, I think almost every other live stream I've ever stumbled on was absolutely abhorrently boring. So maybe I'm just not in the right mindset yet of what people look for in a gaming live stream. But like the purpose of this stream is so that we can play the video game and have footage of it for when we fucking analyze it.
Chainmail shirt. Plus 67 defense for a chainmail shirt, but it would cost. Actually, I think if it's red, I can't wear it yet, so I'm not gonna. Or no, they're all red. Maybe this means I'm losing money. Oh, they're overvalued. The market value is $29.67. I'm paying more.
Demi Viral says the fights are best in the genocide playthrough, so IMO is the best way to play the game.
The fights were the worst part of the game.
Yeah, I hate fighting in Undertale. Period.
Okay, well, I like them conceptually. I think they're really clever and cool. I just hate bullet hell games.
Yeah.
So.
I just hated playing the game entirely.
Should I spend all of my money to get a chainmail plus 67 defense?
Steel Viper says, I feel like to really drive that point home, we shouldn't have added extra hard fights to it. I think they should have been unfair and unfun and incredibly difficult. No, I think that is the point.
I think that's what they are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well,
if you're just a sucker for punishment, if you're fucking gaming masochist.
Well, that's not what I mean. I mean to say that, like, if you play pacifist, then that is how they are. Like, the fights are unfun and unfair because, like, you are underpowered and you basically just have to dodge everything perfectly. And I mean, granted, in the genocide run, the game, they're also super difficult. But like, I think making them more fun is part of the point because it's trying to say that like you care more about having fun than you care about sparing everybody. Like you care more about seeing the whole game. You care more about killing everything than you do about like just playing the game right and just letting it go.
Should I bother getting a better bow? Seems not important for my playstyle. Then again, if I have to fight more of those guys, maybe I should. Oak crossbow. Yeah, I'll just get a crossbow, I guess. Whatever.
Question for Tom: have you ever played the best fighting game on the PS1, Bushido Blade?
I have not. I should, though.
You haven't. However, we do have Kengo
Masters of Bushido,
which is the sequel of Bushido Blade, and we were considering playing it for this show because when I went through all the games that I wanted to play on, like I wanted us to cover on the show, like all I picked out was like weird, obscure, fun games that I wanted to talk about, and then I was like, oh right,
what the fuck
should be our first.
Are you kidding me?
What happened?
I just trespassed because I went over here in the public shop.
Okay, I guess.
What is this game? I'm in a pub. I was looking at your wares, good sir.
Maybe if we had the audio on, we would have heard him telling us not to go over there.
It's just 150 gold. I don't care.
I think it's time.
You've paid the fine, but you're caught trespassing. You've been thrown out of town.
Tom, I think it's time. I feel I can see inside you the sickness is rising.
Yeah. Now you understand why I always go evil in this.
You feel when you give it to me. Let me turn down this volume.
Dealing with these changes, living up with these changes. Now the world is a scary place. Now that you've woken up the demon in me. Enough, come on, get down with the sickness. Enough, come on, get down with the sickness. Enough, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it go into me. Enough, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. Let disaster come over me. Oh god, I gotta geared up before I fucking murder all these faggots.
And when I dream.
Like when I dream.
No, mommy, don't do it again. Don't do it again. I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. I promise. No, mommy, don't hit me out. Why do you have to be such a bitch? Why don't you? Why don't you?
Oh. I misunderstood those lyrics all these years, apparently.
Yeah, no, they're actually.
All I wanted was to get some pants and get a new beard, but these bitches...
I like how we had to take a break in the middle of our, like, disturbed, like, breakdown, fucking throwdown shit to, like, gear up in a slow menu. But as soon as it's over, as soon as you exit the menu...
it's go time.
Ooh, come on, get down with the sickness. No, we gotta let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. The skin, blood and bone.
Killing villagers is a serious crime.
But you're not alone. You wanted in and now you're here. Driven by hate, consumed by fear.
My wanted rating's at 4,900.
Alright, I'll turn the volume back up. Apologies all around.
I don't even feel bad about that. I was justified. I can never go back to that town. Look, this is such a good framing. I'm just looking down upon the lost opportunity. That barber could have made my face look so much cooler, but now you'll never know.
Your face will look cooler when you grow fucking horns out of it.
Dude, I know. Alright, I'm starting to look a little bit more pro. Like, I got some gear. Like, look at those boots. Yeah, boy. Alright, I'm getting there. We're getting there. I don't know, I really like the aesthetic of, like, the clothing and stuff. It's, like, super detailed, but, like, it's still minimally... It's, like, minimalist. It's all texture work.
Elusitary asks, is Psychonauts too popular for the show? I'd like to see your perspective on it. Honestly, I don't want to cover Psychonauts because I would have a lot of complaining to do about it, and I don't know if anyone wants to hear that.
I've never played Psychonauts.
Psychonauts has a really great story and dialogue and voice acting, and really unique gameplay, but it controls like ass. And the later levels are a fucking total chore, in my opinion. And I just never really connected with the gameplay because it's like, it's a platformer game, but it kind of, it mixes things up with every level. Like, there's always some different, like, central gimmick of the level, but I always got the sense that it was, like, covering up the fact that like, it is so basic, you know? Like, none of the gimmicks are anything, like, super advanced or anything that would, like, cause you to require to learn skills or to think especially hard. Like, it kind of feels like playing a point-and-click adventure game that's... you ever play Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I have not, but I know of it.
It's kind of similar to that game. Both of them are, like basically, like, an adventure game, but with the trappings of other, you know, three-dimensional games.
Where is the fucking...
IMHO. But I've noticed that when you talk about something that's like a cult classic or that like people generally regard as like, you know, underappreciated, and you try to say that it's overrated,
you're doomed.
Yeah, it's like, who are you doing this for? Like,
not for yourself, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like,
no, don't turn dark. God damn it! I just want a beard.
I'm sure there's probably people out there who feel like I feel about Psychonauts and would love to have a representative voice, but like, you know, I'm not willing to be the guy to throw myself in front of the village's stones for that for any battle that's not like
not a
mine
hill
to fight.
Feel like dying.
Exactly, not my hill to die on. That's the phrase I was looking for.
World map. I don't want to go to the world map. I just want to know where the fucking barber shop is. One barber. One house for sale.
I love the chat rules or lack thereof. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any real reason to instigate
Don't give
chat
us
rules.
don't give us anything to need to make rules
Yeah.
about. Just be good boys. Alright.
Psychonauts should have been a cartoon. I mean, I think it.
You know what other
like,
games?
it's not that the games don't have, not that the mechanics have nothing to say about the story. Like, I think it has pretty good synthesis between those things, it's just not fun to. It's just kinesthetically unpleasing to throw some fucking big ass buzzwords at you.
This is our channel's called I Am Games. I don't think we're allowed to use words with as many syllables as kinesthetics.
Kinesthetics is a word that only applies to video games.
I know, but we're simple here. We're I Am Games.
Yeah, we are I Am Games. We are games. I would think that being games means that we have to embody every concept of games, though. We have to be all games.
I guess we're still working out the intricacies of our branding.
Keyblade says, man, fuck Kengo. The whole point of Bushido Blade was that it was a real-ass sword fighting game where you die in one hit and it's the most exhilarating fucking thing ever. Isn't that also Kengo? Don't you also die in one hit in that game? Because, like,
if you don't, I automatically don't want to play it anymore.
I mean, I bought Kengo when I was, like, 12, thinking it would be a sick-ass sword fighting game, and all I did was get killed in one hit over and over again and be like, this fucking blows ass, because I did not understand it. And Kengo has an even more realistic, like, aesthetic than Bushido Blade. Bushido Blade is, like, one-hit kill samurai fighting, but, like, you look like an anime samurai. Kengo is, like, you look like fucking actual samurai.
Is there a fight club?
Oh, dude.
Whoa!
Alright, we gotta join it, and then just stop talking about it.
I can't... Alright, there's one... yeah, this guy. Yeah! The Fist Fighters gang!
This dude looks fucking...
These are my people!
This is like, when Ben Saint's finally done with Keto, this is what I think he's gonna look like.
Agreed. An unarmed combat. Can you get good at unarmed fighting in this game? I didn't even know that was possible. It's also damn good fun. This guy. This is the most intelligent person in the game so far. Alright.
I imagine he sounds like this.
Yeah.
He's definitely voiced by Steve Blum.
Yeah.
I guess this is how I think Steve Blum sounds. But I sound like a real nerdy Steve Blum.
I don't even know if I can do a Steve Blum. Yeah, I'm Steve Blum. And I'm fucking here to play video games. I don't know.
Steve Blum. That's what Spike Spiegel sounds like to you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not manly enough to do that. I gotta like fucking...
One of my eyes can only see the future, and the other one... I can't go deep enough to do his voice.
It's not...
I can
we
do
gotta,
deep voices,
we gotta
but
get
not
some
that
testosterone
voice
in our
deep, you know?
veins first. We gotta... Alright, if someone's...
I can do Dan Green, at the very least. It's still not deep enough to really be good. I can just do his voice.
Stay in the ring, and if you take too many hits, you lose. So you want to fight or what?
Crush.
You might be a powerful hero of this contact of skill. Our punches might not hurt much, but they still count.
Greb Art says, you guys still using IGTV, or can I finally uninstall it? You two are the only ones I follow on there.
I use it sometimes, but
I really
I've become very disimpassioned with Instagram as a platform in its entirety.
Yeah, because it's just not actually like
I love the platform.
Yeah.
I hate the user base, and I hate the way the platform like works, like its meta context.
That's kind of the biggest problem with social media platforms in general, is that they tend to develop like an overarching culture that stifles the actual like potential of the platform. That like with, for instance, there was that platform Musically that I looked into, and I like, in terms of what the platform could be, it could do all kinds of shit, but all it is used for is music memes. That's it. It's just basically Vine 2.0, but if Vine was exclusively the music memes that used to be big on Vine. And so, like, I went on there and I was just like, you know, I can think of lots of fun ideas for things I could do on here, but none of it would matter because nobody would watch it on here, because my audience isn't going to come here because they don't care about this culture, and the people who are on here aren't going to watch what I have to do because it's not this culture.
Right.
So, which incidentally is why I've struggled with coming to Twitch, because there's a certain expectation of what a Twitch stream is, or like what Twitch streaming is like, that, you know, isn't necessarily the same as the kind of content that I make, even in live stream form.
Oh, dude, I'm fighting the head honcho.
But I don't think Twitch is quite so, you know, restrictive in its culture as other platforms are.
Oh, God.
So the problem with IGTV basically is that nobody's fucking there yet. And it doesn't really have like monetization options or anything, so like Basically, every time we post an IGTV video, it's just a struggle to get our fans to go watch it, and like, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it's not worth constantly having to strong arm people to go there, you know? Like, I feel like every time I post something on there, I have to beg people to go check my IGTV and post it on Twitter, where, like, the web version of it is dog shit. Like, if you're not using the app, there's no point,
Look
you
how
know?
skinny I am.
So, like, if people aren't going to get invested in the app, then it's,
Disgusting.
you know, it's not worth using.
Also, just like the platform's full of normies, and there's a lot of like normie marketing things you're supposed to do on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like,
This guy says, oh, Tom, I watched the Procrastinator's overview of Guilty Gear a few weeks back. That was actually God's work. Thanks for that. Looking back on it, do you enjoy the Guilty Gear story?
I do, actually. That was one of the main things I got really invested in, because I played Double X, and there was just so much stuff there, and I got really invested, and I liked all the characters, and I was really looking forward to XR, because it had this big story movie. I'm like, oh, finally, the Guilty Gear anime I wanted. Too bad it was written by a retard, but, you know.
Well,
It was still pretty cool to watch, like, Soul Bad Guy punch a magic on top of a giant rocket and make a tiny black hole that defeats the thing. It was pretty cool. It's about all I could really expect from it, so yeah, I dig it.
Adventure in Wolf says, Huel is for people who are afraid of being called soy boys for drinking Soylent.
Yeah?
There you go.
And? What's your point? That makes me a better person, right? Like, that's a +1, so good.
Tom, why is everything you say in Star vs. the Forces of Evil absolute perfection? Most of it seems to be improved. I think he meant improvised. Also, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, I don't... When did I talk about Star Wars Forces of Evil?
He said everything you say in Starverse. Is there a Tom? Is there a character named Tom in the show? Is this
Oh,
the
right,
joke?
there is a Tom in Star Wars.
All right, there you go. That's
right.
that's the meme.
Totally went over my head. I haven't watched it in a while because I haven't had new episodes in forever. Incidentally, that show's great.
Lord Beta Kush. Normies are actually based. I don't know. Fucking Stephs. Bunch of fucking Stephs.
Alright. So, I have this like dagger on my arm that I can't use. It makes me sad.
This guy says every time I go on IGTV, it autoplays some white girl doing the dancing outside a moving car meme. Fuck that shiz. That's also what all of Musical.ly is.
Every time I'd log on to IGTV, it would always be a Kim Kardashian video, and I'd be like,
Yeah, I kept seeing those too.
This really says a lot about where
But
I
I am okay with Kim Kardashian because she is definitely a top autist. She is just an otaku waiting to happen. You know, she watched Darling in the Franxx and got like so obsessed with it that she dyed her hair pink to be like a O2.
shit.
And then I watched the show and I understood exactly why she felt that way. I was like, oh, this character is Kim Kardashian and the main character is Kanye West. They're well, I mean, he's like a shit Kanye West. Kanye West is way cooler than that guy, but
So now that I know that there's a fisticuffs gang, I am determined to be the punchiest punchman in Punchville. So,
Tom, do you got an ETA on Games shirt? Also, what's up, Fable? That's from Steve.
Steve, I'm gonna print the shirts probably tomorrow. I'll ship them out Friday, and they'll probably be there by next week.
Hey.
That is the plan.
Serious question. This is at us. At I Am Games, I Am Games. Serious question. Recently realized I spent 20 hours a week watching anime reactions. I don't even think they are good. Mainly because I think since a few friends moved away a couple years ago, I got no one to talk about this shit. Should I just start a channel or something? Will that fill my void of talking about things I'm obsessed with and be more productive? Yes. That sounds way better than watch. I've never watched an anime reaction before because all of the people who do them seem like complete tools. Aside from me, of course. Yeah, man, just do your own.
I gotta do it. Oh God.
I can't even imagine watching some guy's anime reaction videos. I would probably want to blow my fucking brains out.
All right. Do we get Digi? Do we get Inflame for our spell, or do we get Infernal Wrath? We're now evil enough to get Infernal Wrath. Listen to this description. This formidable dark spell calls forth vortices of energy from the nether realm. A portal opens beneath each victim, draining their life into the underworld.
This is what we have to be. There's no reason to be good in this game.
This is why I always choose this.
Like, well, I mean, it's very clear that what this game is trying to communicate is that the moral choice system is horseshit, even by its own metric. Like,
I know Inflame is a better spell.
They
but
basically
that one's
just
so
tell you,
fun.
hey, do what you think is right. Don't worry about the moral choice shit. That's just how people perceive you. Just do what you think is right. I think that's what this game is trying to say.
I think you're putting some meta commentary into
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna play some of this game myself because it's difficult for me to get the full portrait watching you play, and I also think it looks like a fun time.
It's pretty good.
So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it my own shot and see what I think because I think there is some grounds.
We're doing Infernal Wrath.
To this
we have
idea.
to. I just spent all my XP on it, but it's so worth it.
And I can play it on the Xbox because I don't have to stream it.
It's true. God, you lucky cunt.
Oh, it won't be the lost chapters. It won't be beautiful HD.
It's fine. It's not no big deal. All right. So this is my plan right now. I'm gonna go off the beaten path a bit. I'm gonna go back to that town that I'm no longer allowed to. I'm going to murder everyone.
Opie Defender says, Digi, am I right in thinking 808s and Heartbreak is Ye's worst record? I'm listening to him all in order, and that shit is mind-numbing. Honestly, I don't really listen to that much, like, Kanye West outside of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and his new album, Ye. Like, I'm not really the biggest Kanye fan. I like certain songs from other albums, like, I know his first three are the ones that, like, most people like the most, but, like, I don't know. To me, they just feel like insanely long fucking just collections of tracks. Like, I'm more of an album, like a concept album kind of guy. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of my favorite albums. And Yay, the new one, is also really good. But I don't really care about any of the other ones all the way through. I do love the song Bound 2, though. And, you know, most of the singles are pretty good throughout its discography.
Whoa, we can get a title. Dude. Do you want to be known as the Arseface?
Yes, absolutely.
You can also be Maleficus, Assassin, Druid, Ranger,
All the other ones
Master.
seem totally gay. Just
Chicken
go with
Chaser.
Arseface.
Arseface, for
Although
sure.
Pie Master is not bad.
Arseface or Pie Master?
I mean, what do you like?
I don't give a shit, man.
You go with the meme.
Alright, Arseface it is.
This reminds me of Adventure Quest Worlds, which had the most basic moral compass thing until they totally abandoned it to just introduce this whole main antagonist of corruption to unique the good and evil. Isn't Adventure Quest like? I can't believe Adventure Quest.
That old Flash game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Adventure Quest Worlds was like the like rebuilt version, right?
Dude, are you ready?
You gonna kill this guy?
I'm gonna fucking murk these guys with my new spell.
It's just one of those. Oh wait. Go for it. It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's. What did it even do? Did it even hurt them?
I think I have to target him first because I'm not like.
He doesn't even
enough.
seem to care. No human contact, and if you interact, you'll have his own contract. Okay.
Oh, I can't hurt these guys for some reason. Oh, I think it's because they're quest givers. God damn it, you ruined everything. Hey, that's not cool.
Hey,
man.
that's not cool.
They're both high as fuck, so they probably thought they were
Hey,
tripping hardcore.
That's not cool, dude. Why are you gonna do that kind of stuff to me, dog? I'm just trying to chill, bro. Jeez, man.
I just wanted to kill some people, dude.
Just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain leaves with a blood stain.
Alright, here we go. I'll kill these bugs.
Did I get triggered by the Melon review of what? Of Yay? Because he liked Yay.
Yeah, the best. God, that spell's fun. Inflame is a better spell because it does more damage quicker. But
Man, the stream is way behind where we actually are. You just got done casting Big Spell.
I'm out. Oh, I forgot to mention. I don't know. But do you know of a site called Mixer?
It sounds like I know what a mixer is.
It's not that. It's Microsoft's version of Twitch.
Okay, well that's a stupid name for it.
It's apparently doing pretty well though, and I
By what metric?
People are just getting a lot of audience, a lot of attention. It's because a lot of the viewers come from Xbox. There's an Xbox app on top of being PC and stuff, so tons of people watch it on there. But I made us an IM Games account on Mixer, and I made us a Restream account, so we can stream to Mixer and Twitch at the same time.
Whoa! That sounds like games!
That's like IM Games squared, dude.
I am so many games! Well, people in our audience, let us know if you use Mixer. I'm guessing no, because you're currently on Twitch,
right.
But that could just be because we're on Twitch.
The site design on Mixer is pretty nice. It like looks all like Web 3.0-y. It's cool. I don't know if Web 3.0 is a thing yet, but it should be, because we're definitely past 2.0. Alright, I'm going back to the thing so I can teleport to the town so I can murder everyone.
Opine Defender says, I've heard and agree with the opinion that Limp Bizkit's set at Woodstock 99 was the peak of white civilization. I haven't seen that, but I would totally believe it.
Bowerstone South.
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain leaves with a bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better watch it back, cause I'm fucking up your program.
I don't want to go to Bowerstone. I want to go... Oh, no, that's not... Is it?
Demi Viral says, Mixer is also the general place people go when they get pissed at some of the dumb decisions that Twitch makes. I didn't know Twitch was like every other social media site and had ire from its audience. I know so little about Twitch, I haven't even heard the complaints about Twitch.
I know.
I mean, I would assume that since getting bought out by Amazon, they probably fuck up things constantly, since Amazon seems to be like public enemy number one of the internet these days.
Alright, they already hate me.
I can never hate
still
Amazon
mad.
as much as I hate Google, though. He doesn't seem that mad. He seems more mildly upset.
Oh, I think it's because I have my sword out.
Yeah, that seems to be it.
I mean, he has his sword out, so I don't... Hypocrisy. Oh, look, it's the fancy guy from the beginning of the game.
This guy says Mixer is some MySpace shit.
Is it?
I have no idea.
I watched a GDC presentation where the guy said that like he got on Mixer and like sold tons of copies of his game because it became pretty big on there, and like they like feature small creators and like get them up there.
Darker Player says, will Digibro versus everybody eventually return? Kind of defeats the purpose to just cut it off. No, probably not, because it wasn't really fun to do. Like, the thing about the show is that it served its purpose pretty much immediately, because like there were only really so many things that people like really had misunderstandings about with me, and eventually it got to a point where we're just kind of repeating the same arguments over and over again, and it's always either just like it was rare that I actually had like a real difference of opinion with somebody. It was usually just a misunderstanding that had to be cleared up, you know? And I'm not like gonna go on there and play devil's advocate. Like, that wasn't the point. It wasn't a show to argue for the sake of arguing. It was a show to legitimately clear up, like, you know, yeah, exactly. So once I felt like we'd pretty much cleared up all the grievances, and also the fact that like most people who would come on were just my fans who just wanted to be on the show and didn't really have a good argument prepared, that made it kind of slow and boring. So like once I'd gotten through all the people who I really wanted to appear on the show, it was like there's no real reason to continue with this whole gimmick in the first place. Plus I don't generally enjoy being a live streamer, and I know we're doing a live stream right now, but right now I am just like I'm loose and able to fuck off and do whatever I want.
Yeah,
basically.
you're able to just like focus entirely on the discussion while I'm
Yeah.
like trying to juggle that and gaming, which is difficult.
Right, and I don't have to discuss anything particularly important because it's not a themed stream. It's not like I have to be entertaining 24/7 to justify it. You know, like there's a video game, that's the point. With Digibro versus everybody, it was just kind of a high-stress environment to, like, for 2 hours be constantly arguing and trying to, like, you know, play a video game. Not that I had to play the video game, but like I didn't want to have to do a stream where there's nothing I look at. Like streaming is really fucking not fun unless you are making it fun for yourself. And like this is a circumstance where it's fun because I get to talk to Tom, and it's not really like just me staring into a fucking
Streaming is
computer.
better with more than one person, for sure.
Always. That's why I used to only do it if I had friends over. Like, back in 2013, every time I did a stream, it was because I had, like, all my friends were in the room, and we were like, hey, what's something we can do together that will also look like work? Because I am obsessed with work, and I can't be not working. We didn't get a good Dark Souls 2 debate, though. There's nothing to debate. Everyone understands my opinion of Dark Souls 2. Like, okay, the reason that I canceled the Fuck Dark Souls 2 series was that the first 4 episodes I had recorded while I was playing by myself. And then I recorded 3 more episodes with Shade, only the first of which ever got released. And while I was watching Shade play the game, I realized that, because both me and Shade both hated it, but Shade was amazing at it. Like, Shade had beaten the game several times. He knew all the secrets. He knew the game well. His complaints were not so much that it was, like, unplayable, like I felt like it was. And, like, when I watched him play, it was very clear why people like the game. Because there is a lot of crazy secrets in it. There's lots of shit to do. Like, it's a big... it's a big experience with lots of things that you can engage with. And, like, if you're not bothered by the fundamental things that bother me, like just that the animations are garbage and it feels like shit to play, and the world is ill-considered and it just doesn't have the depth and nuance that the original game has, if those things don't bother you, it's a perfectly fine game. So, like, it's just like, for me, the animations alone make it unplayable. And if that's the difference that has to be reconciled before I can even really talk about Dark Souls 2. It's like...
I didn't want to hire a bodyguard, but apparently I did. Alright, cool. I gotta meet you with me, I guess. Dark Souls is gay. That's what I have to say about that. I'm gonna go to the Memorial Garden. I don't know where I'm going. I do know where I need to go.
Apparently, BitChute is a censored word on here. Because this guy said, I went to **** after hearing that's where Alex Jones moved to, which I assume is...
BitChute.
Do
you want to know why it's censored? Because it's
competition.
Bitch. It's bitch.
Oh, that might be it.
You can turn off censorship in our settings, so we can say...
I thought I had, though. That's why I thought maybe it's like a broad Twitch censor.
I guess I'm just in a graveyard. It's boring as shit. So I can go get revenge on the people who killed my...
This guy said he wanted to argue because he was going to convince me that reference humor was the lowest form of humor and that ripping shows apart is psychopathic. Well, there's no way you were going to convince me either of those things. So, I'm glad I didn't have to argue about that. Was Fable before or after Skyrim? Way before. Fable is a whole console generation.
Yeah, this is the original Xbox.
Fable predates
2004.
Oblivion, I think.
Yes, because that was 360 as well. This came out like a little while after Morrowind.
Yeah.
By a little while, I mean 3 years, but that's a little while. Okay.
Also, every video defending Dark Souls 2 is awful. I agree. Both H-Bomber Guy's video and the Joseph Anderson videos, just... Both of them took the approach, like, and this is again what I mean, that, like, the game can be fine if you just like things about it. Like, both of them took the approach of just talking about what they liked about the game without really addressing the criticisms of the game. And H-Bomber Guy had this weird, aggressive tone towards Matthew Matosis' video that he seemed to have not understood. So, yeah, it was pretty frustrating. This place looks beautiful.
This is the place we can't go back to anymore because they hate us.
The up there, like with all the pink flowers and everything.
You missed it before, dude.
After
I murdered everybody, I came up here, and just by random happenstance, I was up here, and then I went over here, and I was looking down on the place that I just murdered people and could not go back to.
I remember that.
And it was sick. Actually, I think
I
because
mean, specifically like right here is what I really like. I like this visage of like all the like these lavender flowers.
oh my god, he's taking my money as he just follows me around. Get out! I don't need you anymore. Yeah, I don't need to fire the henchman. Get out. He's been taking my money. I don't need a henchman. I'm a one-man show. I'm a solo act. He just like warps out. All right, cool. Fuck that guy. Let's see if they still try and make me pay for my crimes from before.
See, this guy just said, "OMG, I just noticed that bitch dash shoot funny," and that got through. The word bitch dash shoot got through. So surely, it's just bitch shoot.
That's pretty fucky.
Yeah. Here, let me just type the word bitch and see what happens.
Can we just not?
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Wow. Good job.
I spelled it right and it went through. So yeah.
Okay, BitChute is censored.
I'm telling you, dude. They just don't want you talking about the competition. That's fucking hilarious.
I am games on BitChute. Not even.
Yeah. I mean, it should be. We should have an alt over there because like, I'm considering using BitChute. I haven't really tested to see how it works yet. But if it works well, I might use it as my just fucking file repository. Because Google Drive takes my shit down constantly, and YouTube takes my shit down constantly. So I'm not even concerned about having an audience on another site. I'm just concerned with having a place to upload my fucking videos.
I'm going back and getting a quest.
Oh, he got censored because he had linked the site, not for saying the name.
Oh, okay. Let's go get revenge on the people who killed my dad.
About your underappreciation of the word figuratively. What do I have against the word figuratively? It's a fine word. Figuratively speaking.
It's literally fine.
It's literally fine.
Should I go to the Hobbs killing contest?
Killing contest? Absolutely.
That sounds like my
That
kind
sounds
of
dope
jam.
as shit. It's back at the fucking orchard though.
That's fine. Hey, no rush. What time is it right now? How long have we been streaming?
It is 11:30-ish, so almost 2 hours, I guess. Yeah, we just crossed the 2-hour mark.
It's not horrible.
That's crazy. I didn't even know we'd been fucking streaming that long. I didn't feel nearly that long.
Did not. I could murder these people right now.
Kill whoever you want, dude. I don't even give a shit or a fuck. Oh, damn! Holy shit! Alright, well that's the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen.
I told you, so why you gotta get that spell, dude.
Lord Vader Kush! God damn.
I need to go down here.
Did you ever thought about buying a normal server for file storage? Yes, but like, I don't like have money to do that right now, and B, I don't know how to set one up. Tom does. Me and Tom have been talking about how we really want to build a Beowulf cluster, and also probably a server, because it would make our lives much easier. And I mean, if PCPHQ is going to be a reality, these things would be really nice to have.
You're definitely going to need them.
Like, if we want to be doing, like, constant streams and Let's Plays and shit like that, like, having a render farm would be really nice.
Dude,
and
having a render farm is not even expensive anymore. Like, I've done your computer right now that you have downstairs, you can get a computer, like an off-lease business computer with the same processor for, like, $200 on eBay.
Okay, well, how many of those do we have to connect together to make it a render farm?
I mean, technically even 2's enough, but it just depends on how many you want. If we got spend $1,000, got 5 of those, we'd have a sick fucking render farm that would just crush. It'd be dope.
I mean, would it be more cost effective to buy 6 of that processor than it would be to buy half as many of the more advanced one?
Well, I'm not really sure because I haven't looked into it hardcore because I've never been in a position to have the money, the time, or the ability to do so. Yeah,
well, that's what I Am Games is all about. Buy our t-shirts so that we can have the money to buy a render farm and a fucking server. If you this is the thing, like, I am a one-man show, essentially. Like, yeah, I mean, this is a two-man show, but like...
But that's the whole point. Our
like,
power is growing.
Oftentimes, my patrons and stuff will, like, ask me about all these things that are, like, missing or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't have time. Like, I literally do not have time to go through and like figure out every video I have that's taken down somewhere and repair them all, or like to do every piece of like bonus content. And granted, like I should just adjust the timetables of my shit. I shouldn't make empty promises or anything I can't keep up with, but like the fact of the matter is that if I'm doing something like make a video every day all month, it's like there is no time to consider other things, you know. And granted, I've been doing it in such a way that leaves me with more time, but I'm using all that extra time for other ventures that are also important, like this one, you know. So it's just a complicated, you know, it's like there's only so many hours in the day to keep up with everything. But if we had the money to build something like a server, then yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with videos getting taken down constantly, because I could just host the server and have a Plex account or something and have people just stream directly from my server, I guess. I mean, I imagine the transfer rates would be enormous if enough people were looking at it, but like, I don't know. I could torrent. What I really want to do is just get a server and then make torrents for all my shit, and then, you know, just have people torrent my shit if it's not on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Whisper's back. You can tell because she's the only black person in this game.
Why is daisy chaining some computers got such a badass name like Beowulf Cluster? I don't know, but I've been obsessed with it since I was like 15. Like literally the
I've
first
never even
time
heard them called a Beowulf cluster until you started saying it.
Dude, it's a thing, and I don't know why or where how I learned that, but when I learned it, I was like, this is the only thing I want
Even
in my
if it's
life.
not technically called a Beowulf cluster, as far as I'm concerned, that's what it's called now.
I don't even care about the story Beowulf either. It's just a cool sounding thing.
Beowulf is a cool
Cluster
story,
is just a cool thing to say.
Alright, I'm gonna murder all these fucking things. Am I gonna have to like compete with Whisper? What if I just killed her?
But a regular file server full of 8 terabyte drives is not that expensive. Time is a bitch, but look into Synology if you want something for
It's like a NAS, like a network attached storage.
An 8 terabyte drive can't be that cheap, right? It costs $100 to buy a fucking shitty external 4 terabyte drive. Like, is it cheaper to buy internal drives? I don't know anything, but 8 terabytes does not sound cheap to me.
It is not cheap. Let me tell you.
If building a server is more than like $500, then it's not something I can prioritize at the moment. Basically, if it was like $100 to buy a server, I'd be like, let's do it right now, you know. But
look how much cooler I am than Whisper. I just summoned the demons of hell. She hits things with a stick.
But I do need to get. One of my priorities is definitely like data management. Like right now, my biggest priorities are, you know, tons of fiscal responsibility of my personal life that I have to take care of, and then once I have disposable income to take care of the rendering and data storage.
Why is things so hard, man? You just don't know. I feel like Whisper's stealing all my kills like a cunt. I think she is.
Protoculturati says, I consider myself a hardcore gamer, but the only Zelda I've played is Twilight Princess. How much of a poser am I? I mean,
Zelda's not even fun.
Zelda is not like what I would consider a hardcore game. If anything, I'd consider it a beginner game series.
Yeah,
like,
it kind of is.
I mean, granted, I love Zelda, but they're, you know, they're easy as shit, and they're, you know, pretty broadly beloved.
Yeah.
Oh, but you should probably go play some more, dude. I've never been able to get into Twilight Princess. I keep trying, but like I make it to the second level, and then it's just like,
man, Skyward Sword was the worst game I ever played.
I have not even touched that game. I can't get past the controls
so
at
bad.
all.
I played through the whole thing.
That is another case of like the Dark Souls 2 thing, where like there's a camp of people who really hate Skyward Sword and a camp of people who really love it, and the difference is simply if you can get past the controls.
No.
You know?
No. It's not even the controls.
Well,
the game
also
is just horribly structured and boring as shit.
I don't even disagree, because I saw Matthew Matos's video where he broke down like what's wrong with the structure, but like I really think that
I just have my own opinion.
if you're the type of person who like who would play the first hour of that game and be okay with it, then like you've already passed. It's just like the Shinsekai Yori problem of like Shinsekai Yori has a really high rating online on most sites, but in talking to people about the show, because of the fact that I made this critical takedown that's going to come out, what I quickly realized is that anyone who dislikes the show does not finish it. Like, people who don't like it usually drop it after like an episode or two because it's pretty obvious what's wrong with it right from the beginning. So if you make it past the beginning, most likely you're going to enjoy the whole show because you don't care about the things that bother everyone else about it.
Why did you put your sword away, you idiot?
And that's also why Skyward Sword had such high scores for like a long time before people came along and were like, hey, I'm sick of seeing these high scores for this piece of shit game that like half of us hate, you know?
Never trust IGN. Why are these guys taking forever to die? This quest is not as fun as it should be. Like, I'm just killing... Actually, you know what? It's because I'm fighting with Whisper. If I was just killing things, I'd be having a blast. Well done. You really
Bound
taught
2 is shit. No, Bound 2 is great. It's a great song and video.
Did I win or not? I'm not really sure. Ah,
Tom,
yes.
Legendary only contracted for 3 Gorillas Godzilla films. Toho is planning on rebooting Godzilla again into a cinematic universe. Godzilla vs. King Kong is likely to be the last in a trilogy. My question too is, what exactly is Showa Godzilla's head supposed to look like aside from a burned Muppet?
That's really it. It's like Cookie Monster with burn
Yeah,
damage.
I heard about this. I heard that because like they wanted a sequel to Shin Godzilla, and Anno was like, I am not interested in that because why? And they were like, well, we're gonna make it a cinematic universe then, because why not?
I mean, that really was what the show of Godzilla even was. It was a cinematic universe. And it's no narrative or like artistic integrity to Godzilla that I cared about being ruined. No. As long as it's a dude punching another dude and shooting lasers.
Making Godzilla a cinematic universe is probably the perfect direction to go for Godzilla because it means you can involve.
Do you want to know what my dream
is?
More movies. This is my dream. I want Legendary has Godzilla and King Kong. They're doing their 3 films. I wanted them to do a crossover with Pacific Rim because that would have been sick as fuck.
I think your stream is buffering. I don't know if that's just for me or if it's the Skyward board.
Agreed. Alright, well, I'm going back to the past.
Oh, my fucking internet died.
No! We're dead completely?
No, my internet died.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but it's not working.
Check your phone.
Is it just Twitch that's fucked up?
No. No.
Oh, hold on, it's coming back.
Are we still live?
It still says live. Yeah. Okay, it was down for everybody. I think it was just Twitch's servers were down.
Oh, well, that's bullshit.
Or something, very briefly. It didn't cut our time. It still says the same amount of time we've been streaming for.
That's all I really care about.
We probably shouldn't continue this too much longer, though.
I think we'd probably call it here. Because I'm about to start a big story quest. So.
Alright, everybody. This is it for I Am Games Episode 2. This felt way faster. Even though we went even longer. I guess because we didn't start at 1 a.m. when we were already
We didn't start at 1 a.m. and we didn't have to slog through little kid shit for the first half of it.
Well, and also we didn't have to set up for like 45 minutes before starting, which I'm sure added to the feel of it last time. Should we sing one last goodbye?
Maybe?
You're ripping it! Ah! Bring the violence! Do you know that one? The Disturbed song, Violence Fetish?
No, but it sounds sick. How did I not know Violence Fetish?
It's from their first album, the same one that has Down with the Sickness.
Oh. That was like the one I didn't listen to a lot as a kid.
Oh man, it's the only like decent Disturbed album.
They're all good, man.
No, they're all fucking dog shit.
I mean, but they're good dog shit.
I'm just holding on to let let you know what's given to me, given to me. You know that one, right? To hide behind the mask this time. That was like the lead single off their second album.
I don't know why.
Which one did you listen to? 10,000 Fists? 10,000
I did listen to 10,000 Fists.
That was when I gave up Undisturbed. Because I was like, this album's not that good.
It's pretty cool.
Alright, everybody, that's it. You can end the stream now.
Alright, that's all I got.
Peace out. Get up, get up, get up.